sure this is... Yeah, maybe. Okay. Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing card of the day. I'm doing an extended. I'm doing the Triptych door configuration again. If you want to purchase that reading, it's $22. It's my newest tarot reading that I offer out of several, and that list is going to be in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one, or you can just email me, thecatcameback@camp@gmail.com. And I am currently offering, for people who are in quarantine and social distancing, a free sheet to color, one each, 2 total, from my coloring books that are available on Amazon. And I also have my poetry book Lantern on Amazon. I don't think they're delivering those kinds of items right now, but this is on Kindle, so you could probably still read it if you want to get into some dark, heavy stuff. Alright, so let me get the cards. I'm using the Sirian Starseed Tarot and the Ciro Marchetti Legacy deck. So let me get a card here. I did clear and shuffle these decks, so let's go ahead and get something going on here. Come on. Give me a card for the people. Wow, this is taking a minute. I'm just gonna try to go like this. There we go, that's what I want. This is the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck, which is not appearing in this film. Pair of these for this size. Oops. Okay. I love the Legacy deck because it's so easy to shuffle and it's just the right size for my hands. Okay. Put this over here. I need another deck to hold that in. That's the Aquarian Tarot. Okay. Am I still... Yes, I'm still all on the screen. Okay. 2 of Orbs. The Emperor in reverse. Wow, I'm getting deja vu already. And the... I almost said Knight of Ketchup. The Knight of Cups. Is somebody having a hot dog or something? Getting out the ketchup! Having some fries! Y'all want fries with your Knight of Cups? Okay. Alright. When I was considering the Emperor, sometime between last night and today, I was getting this sort of download or expanded understanding of it. Is that... Let me try to get in here a little bit more. Come on, focus. At some point I'm going to get a video camera with autofocus and I won't have to do this anymore. But in the meantime... Alright. Oh yes, the Emperor in reverse. And I was considering it. That instead of being balanced and understanding each of the 4 realms, it would be someone who is almost shirking of responsibility, someone who's delegating, a CEO who's retiring, who's abandoning ship, who's someone who's only out for themselves, who's, you know, irrational and doesn't have a good overview of what they're doing in terms of leadership. And we don't know anybody like that. But that's what I'm getting for Emperor in reverse before I even had it come out here. Now, this is like the Yul Brynner card here. That's what he looks like. And then we have this very clear Aries. Springtime. This is like the winter of our discontent here. A great fall. Like a fall from grace. A mortal wound. Not immortal. We're not talking about Highlander here. We're talking about a singular mortal. Okay. So Knight of Cups inverted right away. A 12 on its head. To me is the Hanged Man. Oh, I just got a part of a song. You're drowning in your something. I'll probably remember like an hour after I post this and be like, oh my god, why didn't I remember that? Yeah. Taking on water. A breach in the hull. Drowning in your feelings. Emotionally overwhelmed. Harder and harder to breathe. Is that Maroon 5? I think it's Maroon 5. The Two of Orbs. The low vibration High Priestess. This one is not blindfolded, but she's exposed a little bit. Now, I do have things that I would normally say for the Two of Orbs. But the idea that I'm getting here is susceptible to attack. But because this is the sword suit, it's influence, it's perception, it's a little bit of mind games. Now, usually the Five of Swords is my mind games card, but here it's like you can't figure out what's truth and what's not, and you end up confused and vulnerable because of that. Falling into a trap of becoming overly emotional based on information that's unclear, that someone is trying to jam into your carapace, the cracks in your armor. Someone is trying to use your weaknesses against you to back you into a corner. Yeah. So let's see what's on the bottom of these two decks here. Master of Crystals. We have the Vodka card. Inverted. The Star. Upright. Okay. Is that in the frame? Yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay. So, let me just go over this numerically. The Knight can be a 1 or a 12. Come on, cards, cooperate with me. Oh, maybe if I move these out of the way. Let me go back here. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, what's that, like, farting sound there from the air moving around? Okay, how are we doing here? I'm gonna come down a little bit. I'm a DIY filmer here, and I'm not good at it, so we're just gonna have to deal. Come on, star card, work with me here. Okay. Alright, Emperor's 4, 2 of Orbs, that makes 6, and then a 1 or a 12, so that's either 18 the Moon or 7 the Chariot. But with these two in reverse, that's like -3. Yeah. So, things that are obscured are actually really hurting you deep in your emotional content, leaving you with this moon energy of things being secret and somehow difficult to understand, and also this Three of Swords energy where it's heartbreak. Someone has pulled the rug out from under you. They have knocked you off your feet and got you in the knees with the broom. The Master of Crystals is the King of Pentacles. That is a 1 or a 14. And then we have the Star here. Now I would suggest that because this can be a 1, we take this moon energy and say subtract 1, and now we have the Star. We have somewhere nice and hopeful. We have a wish to move forward with. Now I also see that there's a Tower moment happening here if we take this out of the Star instead of these other cards down here. That the very idea that you recognize that you're overly emotional about having your head fucked with and feeling like you've been backstabbed and knocked off of your normal perch is creating this experience where you're reevaluating where you stand on yourself or life or what or anything, you know. And I think it's so. I mean, it's really topical to what's going on right now, obviously. But I like my readings to be more widely applicable, so that it's not necessarily what you see around you. It can also be something that's going on internally or within, you know, a small social unit. And again, this has to do with the material world as well, because Pentacles it's money, it's the physical body, it's the material world, you know, it's stuff that's dense. I mean, it could even be food. But this Star card here is really the most positive thing. We have number 17, 1 and 7 together, that's 8, that's strength. So we have a hope for a new tomorrow here, where you have the strength to move on from that which seems to be destroying you from the inside out. It's like, you know, flying into Meter Maid to Mega Maid's ear and blowing her up with Winnebago there. It's trying to access the weak point and get to the core. And you have enough fortitude to say, hey, I can see you. Get out of my head. And that allows you to build up from this whole crap just sliding away. You know, I mean, here this Two of Orbs isn't blindfolded, so she sees. She might not see everything going on, but she sees enough to know that she can still hold on to something. And that is this hope here. This will to continue, the will to move on. All right, so that is a triptych door reading with the extra cards from the underside of the deck. If you want to order that from my list of readings, that is $22. And if you want to get the full list, you can email me, thecatcameback@camp@gmail.com. You can also email me there for your 2 free JPEGs of coloring images, such as these fine drawings that I've made in 2015. And these other fine drawings that I've made in 2015. And those will be picked at random. And if you at some point you want the whole book, you can order it off of Amazon, and sometime in like May-ish they will deliver that to you. Yes, and in my catalog of actual art things to purchase. You can, not only can you order chapbook packs, which are like little gift packs with 6 different art pieces in them of small diminutive things, like a little mini reading or a surprise gift, because I don't even know what's in them anymore. Those are in my catalog. And also, if you want to purchase a digital portrait, you can do that there as well, and that requires no physical delivery at all, and you don't have to worry about germs, and you can still have something that's nice and pretty and exciting. I did a whole spiel about all the stuff that I have available at the end of my most recent channeling. You can check out that playlist in my playlists, and also the cards of the day as well. Alright, so I am the kitty, and I will see you later. Bye. Oh, that wasn't even... Let me get that in focus. Keep moving this around and forget where I am. There we go. The email. Alright, bye.